Uh,
All right.
There we go. I have all my pops on me.
Okay, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Wichita Wolves podcast, episode 3. Hello, I'm back, by the way. Last time I wasn't able to be here, but I'm happy to be here now. So, yeah, what's going on?
gamer.
All right, so today on the podcast, we have Dingus, we have Zeal, and we have Fathom, all part of the Overwatch team. And how's it going, guys?
It's
It's
going
going
good.
good. Happy to be here.
Hey, I don't have my cam.
Yeah,
You cheating,
Dingus is kind of appearing for both Seal and.
I'll get double exposure.
Yeah.
It says Pogi muted as well.
Still
It's
warming
okay,
up everything.
Dingus, you're just so beautiful. We want to see you twice.
We want to see two of you, Dingus.
If you wanted. Oh, Spark, stop it, buddy.
All right.
Double on this.
There we go. Doing good, you know.
Doing good.
I
Doing
played
good.
4 comp games, went 2-2, had no change in SR. Actually, I think I went up a singular SR, one whole.
I
point.
fell with you actually.
That's a
You
game.
fell?
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
imagine.
fell. I fell like one game.
Dingus, how was your day of competitive play?
I didn't play any today.
Foggy.
Yeah,
Are you
I'm
still
good
muted?
now. I'm good now.
Oh, okay.
So first off, I just want to say congratulations on you guys, the Overwatch team, for hitting. You guys hit Masters.
Yes, Masters average team now.
Yeah.
Way back in October when we first started, we were, I believe, like 31, 3,200 rated SR team. The only person that we had above Diamond was Cloud, who was Masters, or who was at Masters at the time, but now he's top 500. But over the time, we have gotten slowly but surely now 3 of us are Masters, one of us is top 500, one of us is Diamond, and then there's Dingus, but we don't talk about Dingus right now. He's not having a good time.
You-
He's not having a good time.
Like you would
I'm
believe
not.
that they've just been flaming Dingus like the entire time before we were starting.
We are giving you motivation to rank up.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, we love Dingus. No, no. It's been rough. I mean, Overwatch competitive, much like competitive in every other game, is just so like inconsistent and stuff. So.
Hey, if it makes you
it's
feel
hard.
any better, I've been stuck in Diamond for like 8 seasons now. So yeah, I mean,
If it makes you feel any
I'm
better,
chilling.
like if
I
also makes
joined
you feel any better.
Diamond.
I'm stuck in gold right now, so.
Oh my gosh, you and Scrimsy should duo. Shout
Yeah,
out to Scrimsy
yeah, I
who's
was-
stuck in gold. I know he's
Scrimsy.
watching this. Get wrecked, Scrimsy.
You mean the best Bastion to ever touch the surface?
True.
Dude.
Dude, don't let Cloud see
Wow.
that. Cloud's been playing
Yeah.
Bastion recently.
Are you saying that?
I-
Scrimsy
I,
and I
I'm the
should-
best Zenyatta you'll ever see.
Wait,
Come
yo,
on.
1v1 me. I
Oh.
challenge that.
Oh,
Hold
boy.
on.
Dude, is this a challenge on the podcast?
Bro, I was
Okay.
top 60 Zen in A at one point.
I will
Dude,
do
at
this,
me.
you or Echo.
All right,
I was-
listen, Mr. Doomfist, man. Let's calm down.
Look. On console, I was hard stuck silver. All right, Zenyatta one trick, but I've gotten up. All right, I'm no longer hard stuck silver. Now I'm just hard
Yay.
stuck low masters. Please send help.
the
Major
difference.
improvement, though. Major improvement.
Yeah, definitely. Especially from being literal bronze. I've been 1200 SR, yo.
What's it like down there, though? I never even.
It's
Oh,
yo.
What's
You
it
want to know
like
the
down
funniest?
there?
The funniest thing is that when I was down there, I remember thinking, because I was a Widow main then, right? And I remember thinking,
Right.
oh, it's 1200 SR. I can play Widow. These guys are bad. And then the second I got up to 1300, I'd think, oh, these guys are so good. I can't play Widowmaker anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, what's the weather like, man? How's it going down there?
yeah, what's the weather like down
There's a window over there. Let me check.
there?
It's clear. It's clear.
We're up there now, though. Now I can
Mhm.
ask Dingus
Yeah.
that.
It's actually quite fun. The other night, Mondays, when it happened, or when we all made a big push.
Yep.
And how much SR did in total did we get up? Like 3,
We
4, 500
got
SR?
we
You?
got We got
Up to.
200 SR that day, and then the other day we'd gotten 200 to 300 SR.
Alright.
We
Yeah.
did like we went like 10-1 and then 12-2. Like
Everyone went up there, and I went down.
Damn.
yeah, Dingus missed the first day, and then the second day he played tank for most of
So
it.
is that why you're like
Yeah,
not
that's why
mastering-
Dingus is so down, because
To
he
be
missed the
honest,
first
I
day.
was I kind of stole the DPS spot all the game.
Yeah, he kind of. It's
I
alright
didn't
though.
think
We'll
to
get you up there.
switch. I didn't think to switch with him. So sorry, Dingus.
No, it's alright. We've all got alt accounts. We'll get Dingus up there. soon.
Yeah, Mr. Doomfist main over here won't switch
No,
off DP.
Echo main.
Yeah, he's an echo.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, that
if you're-
makes your situation a lot better. Yeah, of course.
dude, Echo's honestly just more annoying Tracer and so
It's-
more annoying
that's
Tracer
so
slash
true.
Dingus
You're just
sometimes,
Tracer that can
bro.
fly.
So
That's
true.
It's like, bruh, I don't know, dude. If you watch, I believe it was Craigie, but he explained why, like, basically Echo is just Tracer, but like a bit of a higher skill cap and more useful. It's like
Mhm.
Pharah and Tracer.
Oh
R1.
shit! 2 gifted subs. Oh my
Whoa.
gosh.
Oh, you're good.
Whoa.
Nice.
Whoa.
Oh, and Dingus got one of the.
Drive tomorrow. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, dude.
All right, so before we go on, I do have a few more announcements to get out of the way. So, the Upsurge Rocket League was a thing that just started. We mentioned that in the last podcast, but our Rocket League team ended up winning their first match 3-0. So let's give a round of applause to them. Good job, guys.
Congratulations.
Hey,
And also on the same org Upsurge, our Rainbow Six team also ended up winning their qualifier, and they get an automatic spot. So good job, guys.
sweet.
Good
Hell
job.
yeah.
Let's go,
Let's
Arthur.
And
Let's go, Arthur.
Holy shit.
and now for something completely different, we also got news from Fortnite, and we got our signed player Cheyenne, who's actually from the Wichita area. Really good, really cool guy. He ended up placing 7th in a it was a weekly tournament, and he ended up winning $700 off of that.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Oh,
Congrats,
Let's
my
go.
man.
make
man.
that money. Go get it.
yeah.
Hey, good stuff, Cheyenne.
So
Yeah.
huge congratulations for our guys' hard work this week. Our Rocket League, Rainbow Six, Cheyenne, and our Overwatch guys for hitting the grind really hard. And so I would just like to start off by having you three introduce yourselves. So who wants to start off?
All right, I'll start off. I'm Fathom. I don't have, sadly, I don't have a camera. I just ordered one today, so you got to deal with this for now.
We'll get
and
one.
then- yes, we'll get one. But I am the captain of the Overwatch White team, and yeah.
So I'm Zeal, obviously the name, but I'm a DPS for the roster, and I do have a camera.
Good job.
Good job. All
Good
right.
point. Good point.
Yo, everyone. I'm Dingus. I am also the DPS player on the Overwatch White roster at the moment.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to. I play off heels, flex support.
Off heels. So can you explain to the audience what off heels is?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So with most different roles in Overwatch, with different heroes that fit into different categories, you can split them into two. So off heals and main heals have the different jobs of both support the team, but main heals generally focus on getting more healing output to the tanks and the DPS, and of course the other healer, but mainly just keeping the team alive through healing them and making sure that they're always topped off and stuff like that. Whereas on contrast, off heals or off support generally does have healing in their kit, but their main purpose and goal is to support the team through some other way. So Lucio, my favorite character, he can also speed, and that's his thing, is he can mobilize a very immobile team and be able to rotate you, push you in, do all those things, right? So he can heal, but his main thing is mobilizing people, right? And like with Zenyatta, more damage and things such as. So it's it kind of just depends on their support style to the game and to the team.
Also, quick shout out to Fathom for playing my main. Good job, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's go.
Wait, did you say you were Hearthstone Gold though?
Yeah, I'm terrible.
Yo,
at the
hit me
game.
up. I'll help you out. dude.
All right.
I got you.
If I decide to play
Ooh.
Overwatch
You can only
again.
carry on Ilios, by the way.
Hey, that's not true. That's not.
Lucio on Ilio?
So,
Come on, man.
I can carry on Li Jing too. Let's be honest.
So,
Okay.
Only two maps.
yeah. So how about DPS? What do you guys do?
Do you want to go first, Dingus?
What?
Okay, so, I'm sort of like a flex DPS basically. I've been transitioning more into the projectile role, which obviously I play a lot of Doomfist, Echo, but I still can hit scan. But since Cloud and Dingus actually do a lot more for that, I obviously, like I said, transitioning to more projectiles. So that's not hit scan, in which I can outburst more damage, but it's not as consistent. So.
Yeah, same thing. I did a lot of flex before I finalized my role as a DPS player. DPS is always fun. I don't care what everyone else says. So right now I mostly play hit scan, which is more reliable than projectile. Like hit scan, you just point and click their head, just forehead. Easy. Projectile, you gotta predict where their head is gonna be, then click. That's basically the
Predict the forehead.
Predict the forehead.
Just-
Yes, exactly. I like that.
Just click heads.
A
Easy.
good example is say Genji versus Widowmaker. Widowmaker immediately can put out a high sustained damage, whereas Genji can
It's more
use a short
technical.
hands.
I
Yeah.
think a better comparison would be Widowmaker and Hanzo, since they're like
There's
Okay,
kind of the same
yeah.
thing, but also like the exact opposite of each other. In that Hanzo is
Shimada
very much
brothers.
projectile.
Not
and
a
he-
difference. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of changes with like projectile often is a lot more for spamming shields and shield break and spamming things and getting a lot of consistent damage, whereas hit scan is normally in the role of one-shotting people, getting that one specific target dead before you can just kill an entire team. I'd say
Except
that's
for Doom.
except for Doom. Okay, well like Doom
Doom is weird.
Let's not
like-
talk about Doom. alright?
I agree with John.
Dude,
Let's
hold
not
right
talk-
click and immediately get a kill on any DPS. So
literally.
I mean,
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yo, not Torb when he plays E, dude. Let's go. Torb OP, let's be honest, guys. Torb hard counters Doom.
oh man, you're so correct. Torb hard counters anything. Let's be honest.
Let's
here.
be honest, dude. I think Torb needs buffs, even though he's already OP.
You know who does need buffs? Zenyatta. He's
I
definitely
agree
needs
with
buffs.
that one, my man. Let's
I can
buff
agree with that too.
He, all right. My personal opinion, he actually does need more healing.
Yes.
Uh, other than that, he's in a pretty good place.
He
but-
did get a buff though, 5% to his Discord.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I
that-
actually think
yeah.
Zenyatta's in a really good spot right now.
mhm.
I think they should, if they're gonna buff anyone, if you're gonna buff anyone in Overwatch right now, it needs to be like Genji. Like, bro, Genji's in
Yeah.
such a bad spot right now. Like, if you're
So-
gonna play Genji, you might as well play Doomfist or Tracer
Or Echo.
Like,
Echo.
there's no reason.
Echo,
to
I
play
think
Genji.
needs a nerf. I really.
Yes.
Her
You
ult
need,
is
you need 3 of the sticky bombs. It's an instant win. Instant
I think her laser is really
Yeah.
overpowered right now.
She's yeah,
Echo's beam is too OP. Alright.
yeah. She's too good at controlling high ground.
Is it?
If-
Not to
if-
mention her ult. Bro, her
If
ult.
I mean, I think she might like, in my opinion, a good nerf for the laser would be doing more damage when they have a quarter of HP left rather than have half HP, because half
I
HP
agree.
is,
Yeah, that makes more
is a
sense.
Yeah,
lot.
I like that idea.
Because like, yeah,
half HP applies to the shield as Reinhardt and Arisha as well. And
Mhm.
I abuse that way too much, I'll be honest.
yeah, and like, I mean,
100%.
really, the like
I-
best way to kind
yeah.
of play Echo is just spam primary fire until you eventually hit like 3 of them, and then just E, and that's kind of like, that's kind of that's kind of OP. And also her ultimate. Can we just talk about her ultimate, dude? Like, come
Oh
on.
no.
Okay.
400%.
To be honest, I don't think her
Okay.
ultimate is all that bad, but that's just my opinion. If you just get the HP down, if you just provide the DPS, and if everyone focuses on Echo, then it's not going to be that much of a problem. I don't think. but it does take a lot of attention off other heroes on the
So-
other
That's
teams.
true. That's true.
As I've been playing a lot more Echo, if she has a pocket, she can be extremely dangerous. If unless you have say a pocketed Ash, Widow, or someone who's more reliable against hitting her. Other than that, she can be extremely hard to deal with, and
Mhm.
she can just take over games.
Yeah. I have two issues with her ultimate. One, how fastly she can get it. Like if Zeal and I are like ranking or something, and I pocket him, he's like playing Echo and I'm playing Mercy. He can get his ultimate every single fight, right? But then if you think about it, that's like a Zarya grab every single fight. That's a Lucio beat every single fight, right? It's that issue, and also just the pure fact that the reason that Echo's ultimate is so OP is because she can copy any tank in the game, and
Mhm.
tank ults are overpowered. Like they're designed to be OP, right? For either stalling, Hammond literally takes away an entire area, Orisa buffs your entire team, right? They're very minorly but definitely OP, and the fact that you can have 3 of those at a time if you have an Echo and every single fight and it charges even quicker, I think for me that's where it gets, whoa, let's slow down there, Papa Jeff.
I
But,
think it's crazy that you can double B and they stack. That's
I
Wait,
know,
they
right?
stack?
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they do.
stack.
I had no idea.
You could double B and
Oh.
they stack.
Zeal, the
It
next
gives you
range
1,000
game we'll play
HP.
with that.
So Echo's the one that like gets the short cooldown on like anyone else's ults, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
she has. she has
800%.
I think
Okay.
Jeez.
up real quick.
I think it's 800. Yeah, it's something. I
Some-
can look it up.
some
real quick.
800,
It's a large amount of increased ult charge.
But so
Right.
my main issue with her is obviously copying tanks, but then her health. Every time she copies, full health, or when she is melted, full health, and abilities back instantly, no matter what.
Yeah,
It
I've
makes her such a fly, and it's so hard to hit, and it's frustrating to play against or with, or not with, I should say with, but against. Excuse me.
like I have an alt account that I've been playing on in gold because I have a lot of friends that are like getting back into Overwatch right now for some reason, but they're all like gold and plat or silver because I met them when I was that rank, and so I'm playing on that account with them, and I'm playing a lot of Echo there just because I think she's fun. She's really fun, and you can't deny that, right? Echo's
Yes.
fun, but it's just yeah, it's like I don't know. I think that it's pretty OP, and like the fact that I can fly up, instantly become 600 health Reinhardt, drop down, and like become a dive tank Reinhardt on your Ana, dude. Ryan's a dive tank now, I guess, dude. I don't know. I don't really know how you could balance it too much. I feel like if you nerf the ult charge that you get while you're a person, I feel like that might just take away the entire point of the ult. I think you might just decrease the how long it lasts and stuff. I think that might be the best way to go, but I don't know. She's a very
I-
interesting character to say the least.
My
I
honest-
think-
I think nerfing the ult charge rate when she is copying another hero would be the best thing because you're gonna. I think you should only get like at least one ult because that thing just a free ticket to ult town unless you're absolutely demolishing that Echo or preventing her from doing any damage. Like if she copies Zarya, you got a Reinhardt, no grab, no grab. So
Yeah, I definitely think when she copies Reinhardt and she can double Earth Shatter within like 10
It's-
seconds. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty
That-
excessive.
That sounds pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
And then it's like you look at clips of like pro tracers playing, her, and they
Yes.
copy
Oh
their
my
tracer and literally get 3 pulse bombs in game. It's like, dude. And I looked it up, by the way. It says this site says you get when you copy someone, you get your ultimate 6.5 times faster than you normally would.
Mhm.
So it's
Jeez, that is
Crazy.
speedy.
That's crazy.
my.
It's a lot. I feel like we're really glorifying it. It's not really. I personally do not think it's all like the worst thing ever. It's definitely not like. What can I compare it to?
Well,
Mercy
old
Res,
Mercy
maybe.
Res,
Yeah.
yeah.
All the way back then.
Yeah.
If you
No, I agree. I think there's definitely ways that you can do it and then just completely screw it up and like get no value out of it. I know I've
Mhm.
done that before.
me
You-
today as Zarya, I copied Zarya and I didn't even get a grab out of her.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was Blizzard World and they had so much shields I couldn't do anything.
I even nanoed you, dude. You were nanoed and Zarya and had increased ult charge, and you still.
I still didn't even get one.
Yeah, I don't know. It in theory it's OP, but I don't know. I think that it's OP in higher ranks if you play any like Masters GM game. She's in pretty much every one, but I mean the game isn't just about those elos. You gotta look
Mhm.
down like platinum, mid elo, everything. And I don't think she's too OP there. I think she's a fine balanced character that just has a really high skill cap and needs a
Yeah.
bit of tuning, and she'll be perfect. Really fun.
So, can I ask, so for all of you, what's your opinion? Do you balance the game off of pro level or everyone?
I'd say everyone, just to keep the game more diverse, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that'll kind of raise the skill gap, or potentially like keep it where it is. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's that, but I also really like what Jeff said that they would do. I forget when they said it, and it's not in the game now,
Oh,
but
yeah,
they did
yeah,
say
yeah.
at one point that they'd add the hero pools only in Masters and GM in Overwatch League, and I liked that idea. I think that's probably one of the best ways you could go about it, or just add a ban system like you should already have done. But who am I? Let the devs control.
I'd say do balance changes on based off of. I'd say do it based off of like everyone, but like as long as it's not like making a character like super overpowered or super bad. As I've seen examples like that in other games, and like where champions are just like literally unplayable because of what like pros did and such.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'd see that.
And then of course you always then get the opposite of that, where a pro will pick something and then immediately everyone in low elo is like, oh, the pros are doing it, we got to do it. And I mean there's a few examples from Overwatch, but I think the best examples in League from Soraka top, dude.
Yeah. I saw it with like, were you around with like pre rework Poppy?
No, I was not. I started playing.
So pre rework Poppy was awful champion. Like her kit was awful. Like everything just about Poppy was bad. But the thing is, like she was bad, but she was basically just like a walking thing of stats. And
Yeah.
And like Riot openly said if someone picks Poppy in pro play, we will try to rework her. And multiple people eventually did pick up Poppy in pro play, and now she's reworked, and she's actually a really like good champion now.
Yeah, I love Poppy, dude. Poppy's really fun to play.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
And,
yeah. Poke, you want to take
yeah.
it?
All right, and well, I'm really glad that you guys are really passionate about this topic. You guys actually went like far beyond what we had like planned for today, which was really good. But anyway, we're gonna take a quick break real quick. We're gonna play a minute or two of ads, and when we come back, we will go on from there. So we'll see you guys back in a bit.
He has his little headset on.
Here we go, which is the best part.
You guys have been waiting for this. You all have been
Fuck,
waiting so
dude.
patiently for this.
I'm pissed.
God, He swears to God.
I've never seen this before.
These swagger souls.
I have to provide the fan service.
So good job. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new special guest with us today. This is the Swagger Souls. Swagger, would you like to say anything to the audience today?
Hey, fuck you for making me put on this helmet. I don't want. Listen, this helmet's for the meme, but I don't want to wear it.
Can you hear us?
Yeah,
It's
can you
very
hear us?
uncomfortable. It
I
sits
can-
on my glasses and it like goes into my nose. So it's too big. That's the problem.
I find it funny that the owner
It's
of
very
the
rusty too.
sub to his own channel.
Also,
Yeah, Scrunzy gifted.
I'm taking it
us
off.
and for now
Goodbye,
you're about to see his
Swagger
face. Oh no, we all saw his
No.
face.
Face
Face
reveal. Face
reveal.
reveal. Holy shit.
Face reveal. Oh no.
Oh my god, he's crazy.
All right,
Yeah,
so
you're welcome.
all right, so let's get on to some other topics I have written down today. So I was just wondering, what are you guys LAN experience for starters? Like any tournament
Ooh.
experience?
Yeah, we've got a bit of LAN experience. We're the Overwatch white team, but I'd also say we're definitely the LAN team that we have because we've been to a few, and no other Overwatch team that we've had in the past has done. So, the most recent one we did was the K-State one at down in Manhattan. We don't
Portland
talk about
Showdown.
that. We don't talk about the K-State tournament. No tea, no
Uh,
shade, hun. But God.
Not a pleasant.
That face.
The first match was like 6 hours behind schedule, nearly.
Oh yeah,
It was-
Loki, you went to that one.
Jesus.
Yeah, I went to that one.
So we got. I don't remember what time we showed up. Well, obviously, but when we showed up to the actual event the next day,
It was 8 because the match
Yeah,
was
we-
scheduled to start at 8:30.
yeah. So we were there early, and the matches didn't even start till like 2-3 p.m.
Because of all the issues that they had,
And it was
internet,
for-
computers
Was
overheating.
and it was for placings, not even actual matches.
Yeah, and apparently, even though we were like 6 hours behind schedule, they still went ahead and did the whole. By the way, the matches we just played were just placements to seed the 4 Overwatch teams we had. They weren't, to like actually do the tournament.
I guess
And
like.
so we
Or go ahead.
were there till 12 at night, and
Dude.
it was scheduled to end
Jesus.
much
Yeah.
earlier. We were supposed to be home by like 9, but I don't know.
Yeah, we
It
didn't get
was-
back
it
till
was-
like 3 in the morning. It was-
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got back at like it was
Yeah.
a mess.
Hey, my main
Like,
brew.
you-
I mean, Zeal and I bonded that night. That was.
I fell asleep in the beginning, and then I just woke up to him and
It was
Oh,
it was you, me, and the Zeton from the Smash team. Which the Smash guys were also there too, and they like actually did pretty hype.
so
That's pretty
fucking-
cool.
a
Yeah.
little bit of story about Fathom. He forgot his what did you forget? Cable?
I
for your
forgot the
monitor?
power cord for my monitor because my dumbass didn't think you needed a power cord for the monitor. I thought you just put it in the computer. Okay, I'm so technologically inadept. It's not even funny. Okay? It's not.
You're
even
welcome.
It's not something you see from a gamer, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's not. Dude. It's so
An
bad.
esports team manager? Okay, yeah.
Esports team captain cannot use technology to save his life, dude. It took me an hour and a half to update my drivers because I couldn't figure out how to do it, dude. And in the end, well, part of that is because they sent me the wrong drivers. But anyway, back to the topic.
You're welcome. I did that as well. It was me.
Yeah, you sent me the wrong drivers. But back to the topic.
Yeah.
K-State, I forgot that. So that was a setback. But then, and we thought we delayed the tournament, but it turns out we did not delay the tournament at all. We did not delay it at all. It took, the first match started at what, 2?
Yeah.
In the
Yeah, I think
afternoon?
it was 2. I think it was 2.
It was like 2. It was scheduled to start at 8:30. And we did seedings. And then, and another thing is, at that time we were a diamond average team. We'd been a team for a few months. Well, Zeal was still fairly new.
Yeah.
But we were like a Diamond Irish team, and every other team there, I believe, was GM. So it was a bit of a rough tourney as well. We didn't completely get defeated though. We did take a full map set off of K State. So
Yeah.
that was nice, and that was especially nice since for some reason every time that we'd win a team fight, they'd suddenly DC. It happened like 4 times. We'd win a team fight, and then suddenly, oh, pause, restart the match, guys. We all DC'd because our computers.
Fathom, it
overheated
was
or-
like 6 to 7 times.
It was
not
like,
4.
oh, we have
It was
70
a
ping. We
lot.
can't play like this. Stop.
Uh.
Stop the tourney. We got to replay. We have 70 ping. I was
One person complained about pinging issues on the same internet connection they all share.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do want
I
to
don't know.
point out that that game with K State though, like I'm actually graduated from K State, and I was like a big part of the original like esports club there, and like I was just sitting with like some of the people I know from years past, and yeah, it was actually a pretty entertaining set for like both sides.
Or
Like,
wait,
we're-
it wasn't. Wait, I don't think it was K State that we took. It was KU, I
Uh,
believe.
yeah,
where we
uh,
took the map.
I think it was
We took
K-State,
the map
actually.
set off KU.
I think you won
Yeah.
one from K State and then lost one from K State.
Oh, really? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was K
I
something.
don't
So.
remember, honestly.
Right?
But so, that was the latest LAN, but the
Yeah,
one
that was the most
before that, I didn't play in this one, and that one, I was a DPS sub, but then I also was helping tank while we were sorting out the situation with a couple people we were playing with at the time.
Yeah,
And so
but
when we went to that event, that was local, right? Yeah, it was.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
a local event that was hosted by Midwest Esports.
now UAE.
Yeah,
Esports,
now.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait, what is
they
that?
rebranded to it's like United. Jeez, someone help me out. Someone in chat.
I don't know. This is new. This
It's
is-
I don't
no, this was like 2 weeks ago.
Okay,
Oh.
that's it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, while we're figuring that out from Scrimsy, the CEO, who should know that, typing in the chat.
He probably does. He probably left because he's tilted, but
Imagine, dude, Gold's getting tilted. Anyway, that was
True.
that was at the time the Midwest Esports High School Championship, and we took the dub on that. That was a really good tournament for us. We didn't
Oh,
drop
That was a different
single
one. I
match.
was talking about the different one.
Oh,
The
which
second one.
Oh,
You're talking about the first one. I'm talking about the second one.
Oh
where
yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
talking about
play.
the first one. And then there
Yeah.
was the first one that was just the Midwest
yeah,
Championship.
Unified Esports Association. That's what it is.
But so
Yeah.
yeah, so we took dubs at the high school championship a bit earlier than that, and then we also took dubs at the Midwest Esports Championship. Or wait, oh no, we
Second,
didn't. I'm
second.
talking about that. We got second, yeah,
Yep.
because there was a literal
Nice.
team of contenders players there. Literally, we had a Idan. He was coaching our team a little bit at the time, and he was watching it a little bit. And he literally told us that he played with some of those peoples in contenders. But we still
Yeah.
took dubs. We beat at the time we were still Diamond average team, and we beat a Masters average and then a GM average team there. So we definitely had improved. That was a really good tournament for us. Very proud of us. I
So-
still haven't gotten my $12 out Scrimsy, but
I didn't play at all. I was just there for support and
Yeah.
for my equipment at
That's
that
all that
point.
matters, man.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
all that matters. Yo, the best part about that tournament, low key, was that B-Day, the co-captain, my co-captain of the Overwatch team, birthday ninja, his mom brought all of us Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
That was
that's
awesome.
really-
I got the
That
jersey.
is a good
That was
mom move right there.
Yeah, no, she literally was just like, "Hey, do you guys want anything from Chick-fil-A?" And we were like, "What?" And she just got us Chick-fil-A, dude. That was, I love B-Day. I love
It
B-Day's
was
entire
nice.
family. Awesome, dude.
Alright,
So I just want to ask, like, do you think you can beat that contenders team now? Now that you grinded and trained a little bit, do you think you can beat them
I
now?
don't know. I don't know about beat them. We could definitely give them a run for their money. The
Oh, yeah.
reason here's the biggest reason they beat us is because they at the time, we were not good. Here's the reason. Okay, there were two different factors in my opinion that really affected us not taking the dub on that map. One, the main tank we were playing with at the time, Retro Rocker. He's a good friend of many of us.
My boy went through.
he's awesome. He was playing main tank for us at the time, not B-Day, and he was not very good at playing around May. Us as a team was not very good at playing around May. And they were playing May the entire time. So that was like a big punch in the stomach for us. We were like, oof, our kryptonite. And then of course also the fact that every single one of them was like GM top 500,
Yeah.
and we had a singular GM, and then everyone else was diamond or plat. But I think now we know how to play around it much better. Now we have B-Day playing main tank and Pat playing off tank. And I think with them, and then me, Leafs, and then of course our DPS lineup, whichever of the three we would choose, I'm sure he'd rotate. I think I don't know if we could straight up beat them right now, considering they are a contenders team, but I think we could give them a run for their money.
We could definitely take a couple maps at least.
Yeah, I don't think it would not be a pub stomp, and it like it was. Let's be honest, it was a bit of a pub stomp at the tournament. But it would not be a pub stomp here. I think we could give them a run for their money.
All right. Okay, so what is all of your interest in the Overwatch League currently? Man, I can't speak.
Oh,
no.
there's so many different.
I'm gonna be straight up honest. I don't really watch Overwatch League. I haven't been super into
Me
Overwatch
neither.
League
Me
since season
neither.
1. Like, I
I've
don't
been
know.
on and off. Like I only watch it when my friends force me to watch it.
Yeah,
So-
season 1, I chose to support London because I liked their color scheme, and then they won, and then they sold all of their players and got a completely new roster, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I don't like this team now. Where am I going? And I got a little bit excited when Who Are You got to Overwatch League because he's my favorite Genji player, but then I was like, okay, cool. He's not really playing Genji, so
So
yeah, I don't really watch.
I watch a lot of it. I watched quite a bit of the main melee that actually recently happened last weekend or throughout this last week. Which, if you guys didn't know, the Shaka won that for the ENA, and then Shanghai actually reverse swept Seoul for the APAC division, which a lot of people highly regard that as one of the best matches in 2-2-2 for any of the Overwatch League, which is incredible because it was an amazing game once they swapped back in Fearless and I think Diem. I don't remember who exactly came back in. But then throughout it, I've been a fan of Dallas. Obviously, they're starting to come back with Decay and Doha. But then there's also the whole thing with the Titans completely crumbling. One of my favorite teams, Runaway, it just completely disintegrating due to management issues and whatnot. And it sucks to see all of them like split. And it's just, other than that, the direction they're heading is starting to improve. But the way they were doing with the tier 2 scene, along with that, they're starting to get better. But that's a whole different topic. But now it's starting to get better. So,
What about you, Dingus?
I don't really watch much Overwatch League, but I do like watching Philadelphia and the Los Angeles play from time to time.
Valiant or
Or,
Gladiators?
yeah, which one?
What? What do you mean? Keep going.
There's
There's
Gladiators and Valiant. There's two of them.
There's
Oh, the two Los Angeles crap.
The answer is yes.
That is the answer.
I don't watch a lot of Overwatch League either, but whenever I do, I usually cheer on for my home state in Atlanta. You know,
Yeah.
I always go
Atlanta
for
Reign.
Atlanta. Yeah.
Oh, Winter Rain was fun to watch when they had the fan. Oh,
That was
big
so
fan base came from.
Yo, ripping pepperonis to friend, dude.
I saw Atlanta Reign live one time at I don't know if you go to this, John, but MomoCon.
I love MomoCon. I go to MomoCon almost every
We were
year.
gonna go this year, and we didn't because it got canceled due to COVID.
Dumb COVID.
Oh my god! Yeah, they were probably gonna stop by again. At like some
I,
point. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys follow Counter Strike at all, but whenever you do, okay. Whenever they came to Atlanta in 2017, I was at the live stage and I watched Astralis win the entire grand final, and it was one of the best experiences I've had.
So, get a little bit off topic. Glaive, step it down. What do you think? If you've seen that.
I have not.
Yeah,
Actually.
he recently stepped down. But so actually, that ties in kind of nicely
Yeah.
to Overwatch. I was going to ask a little bit. Players leaving for other games. What do you think about that?
I think, I mean, it's Valorant's a new thing. I'm sure we'll talk about it later, but I mean,
Yeah.
obviously it's going to be a really big game, so I'm not surprised. Every game lost people to it, so I think the biggest blow was Sinatra, bro.
Yes.
Sinatra left after
Yes.
being like, imagine if Faker just said, I'm gonna go play Overwatch, guys. Sorry, right? Like just out of the blue. Like Sinatra at the height of his, I don't know. I felt
I mean, there were
I
some
know, I
League
was-
players that did switch to Overwatch, so it could
well, yeah,
happen.
that's
Yeah.
true, but I mean,
Gamsu.
it wasn't. I mean, not
Wait,
the
Gamsu?
best.
Yeah, Gamsu was a League player.
Dang.
Yeah.
XQC played League at one point. Also, Moxie plays League. He's
Yeah.
like a
Well,
diamond. He's a
XQC
diamond pop.
XQC plays everything.
We
Yeah.
don't talk about XQC. He streams 9 hours a day, like with every game. So it's whatever.
Dude, do you know how
Yeah.
many channel points I got trying to grind for a Valorant key watching XQC? I watched an entire XQC stream, which I can't say I've ever done. That was crazy. That was crazy, dude.
I've gotten 2 Valorant keys and I sold both of them, and I got a lot of money from that. So
Let's
Dang,
go.
bro.
yeah,
Surprised me.
Bro, it took me 122 hours, I believe, to get a Valorant key.
I got the Valorant key day 1 and I sold it day 2.
Are you
And,
kidding, dude?
Yeah,
Bruh.
I sold it for $120, which is a
Dang.
lot for a free
I-
game.
For a free game, dude. I ain't even
Yeah.
mad though. That's kind of gamer.
Yeah.
Man, I should have done that because I was streaming myself.
I sold the second key for $40, which was a little bit more recently, like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
I mean, it's still $40 for a free game. Let's be honest.
For real. Too bad I spent all the money though. So
What you spend it on?
I spent it mostly on Counter-Strike keys. So
I see.
Yeah.
Bro, I recently had a birthday, and I spent, I think, $200 on League.
Jesus, man.
That's it.
Cause, like,
$40 is $40 at League for 200.
Because
Are you kidding me?
listen, because in quarantine I can't do anything, right? Also, I'm 16, so I don't have any bills to pay or anything, and it's
You
like,
can't even get an unemployment check. Come on, man.
dude, I have friends that are like, "Oh, my parents got their stimulus check. They're giving me $400," and I'm like, "Bro, what?" My parents ain't said
Why don't my
crap about
parents
that.
do that? What the hell?
Yeah, bro, come on, give me.
Valid. My thing
Bro,
is,
My dad doesn't have a job.
Wow.
I don't even know how much I've spent on CS. It's probably at least $600 or more.
I can confidently say how much money I spent on CS.
We don't talk
Yeah.
about how much money I spent on League.
I
yeah,
Yeah.
I like how you're all like, you got your hoagies over here being completely silent.
we just don't talk about it.
Look, all I need is the
I've been
Zoe
addiction.
skin to go to PvE, and it didn't happen today, so it's gonna be another 2 weeks, and I'm so angry, dude. Just
Oh, we have
I've-
channel points now.
so sad, dude. I'm
All
so
right,
sad.
let's go back on the original topic. All right, so what do you think the future of Overwatch League will hold for everything?
I think that it's gonna go through an Overwatch state in that, or an interesting state in that. Obviously, the first few years, the first 2 seasons were like fresh faces, and obviously, you know, the competitive scene had been going on for a little bit then, and they picked up the best of the best there and put them in there. But I think that, you know, as you know, with Counter-Strike and with League, soon enough, we're gonna start getting people in the Overwatch League that grew up playing Overwatch, right? Because at the time we got people that were already good at other games and people that were like still maybe young, like 18, 19. But I think soon we're gonna start getting people that are like grew up on it. Like I started playing Overwatch when I was 12. I know Cloud, he's top 500. He's only 15. He started playing when he was like 12 or 11 as well, right? And that's something we haven't quite seen yet. So I think soon enough. I think right now, if you look at the Overwatch numbers on Twitch, the constant viewers, and if you look at Overwatch League, it's looking like whatever. But I think in the future, I think soon-ish, in the next few years, we're going to see a large rise in the amount of players that are there and like the amount of just love for the game overall soon. I think soon. In the next few years, I think the competitive scene is going to see a big surge of new talent.
My only issue is unless they work out the obviously with COVID, it's been rough season with bugs, glitches, stream issues, constant. But I'm hoping they can work out everything to be a better schedule for people. I'm not sure about all the traveling they were doing. It's very time to or consuming on the body and whatnot, mentally and whatnot. But then I think that's why you're seeing a lot more higher rates of retirements from the league. But then, yeah, like you're saying, a lot of younger talent. There's Sparkle, who recently turned 18, I believe, or there's Hanbin as well. I'm not sure for the Hangzhou Spark, and then there's quite a few others that Who Are You finally came of age. Haxel, he finally was able to come on in, being one of the widely renowned Genjis of
Yeah.
the Apex days and whatnot. And just, I'm hoping this team continues to thrive since this is their third year, and hoping they make some proper changes to continue.
What about you, Dingus?
I Overwatch still had a great fan base. Everyone's still following it. I think it's gonna probably get up there. Maybe with tier one. Not as good a close as Counter Strike. Gee, I don't know how long that's from before. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've definitely been following DreamHack. Right now for CS. It's very nice.
Yeah,
Uh,
jeez.
they're doing. They make so much money and they do so much for that. Dude, like it's crazy how like big they are, how top tier they are.
I guess the concerning thing for me about Overwatch League is so I'm a huge marketing guy, and what concerns me is that like a lot of investors are like considering like folding or just like selling their teams more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what's concerning me the most about the future of Overwatch League. Maybe like it's like if a bunch of teams are going to start folding eventually, then maybe just like lower the amount of teams that are in. Maybe do like a circuit type thing.
Yeah, like what season 1 was. Or...
Yeah.
There was a. I know London Spitfire won out, and there's no one wants to buy it at all.
That's a shame because I love Cloud9. So,
I do too.
Yeah.
But
I used to be a fan of Cloud9.
Then he took an arrow to the knee.
Yikes.
And then I took an arrow to the knee.
Dead meme. Dead meme.
Dead meme.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll just have to see where it goes. You know, there's hope. There's you know.
There is hope.
It's a very windy road, windy road, but we'll see where it leads. You know.
Thanks,
it
Elmer.
sounded something like me there.
Mighty Road.
Windy road.
Rocky Road ice cream.
All right. So
Lucky Road.
we're gonna do a few. We're gonna run another minute of ads, and when we come back, we will run a Q&A, and you can ask any of our guests anything that you want to ask them. And before you go, no, we will not put the helmet back on. That is not a question. All right.
Spare John's face.
Yeah, spare John, please.
Yeah, I
Alright.
just don't like looking at my face. I understand. Don't worry.
All right, and we'll be right back.
Question.
All right, and we are back.
I have not
Awaken,
had it.
Knub.
I need coffee. I haven't had a single cup of coffee today.
Oh no. I made like chai right before this, so I'm good.
Imagine I don't sleep until 4, so I'm feeling fine.
Oh my gosh.
All
Go
right,
for it, rookie
so
numbers.
let's start the Q&A. We'll run this for about like maybe 10, 15 more minutes. So I guess Sparks has the first question for you three. What is your favorite part about playing for the Wichita Wolves?
I just love having a name to put behind it, having like an actual like org there to support me, and obviously the people, the admins, just the whole community in a general. It's awesome.
Being able to play with a team that I know locally is fantastic. And we actually, it's more scheduled, obviously, so I'm constantly playing with them rather than just randoms entirely. It's extremely fun, and especially the community.
Like Fathom said, it's great to play behind a name and meet all these great people, to playing a game you love and seeing some pretty nice record players, if you know what I mean.
All right, and this one comes from some old guy named Dylan. What are your goals for your Overwatch careers?
I mean, I want to make it to Overwatch League. I mean, I really want this team to reach GM and be able to become the Overwatch Red team and then possibly compete in contenders. I think that'd be kind of gamer, in my opinion, pretty gamer. But I
It
mean,
would be.
eventually, obviously, this is what I want to do with my life, so I want to try and make it to the league, Overwatch League.
Yeah, obviously Overwatch League is in goal, but then there's casting. There's other things I would like to do eventually if I ever do make it up to the field, or if I'm just unable to make it. But going up through open division contenders with the team, hopefully, and just in goal Overwatch League. I would love my main team right now, Dallas Fuel. That's my goal.
Dallas Fuel, you heard it here first, folks.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I would love to cast games and everything. That's kind of my dream too. Just to get to the point where I can do what I want and cast video games, stream video games. Some with my voice,
John,
Yeah, I
you
was
have,
like,
you
you have
have
the
the
voice
voice
for
of a
it.
fucking
He has the
definitely wanna
golden
do that.
voice.
I play a good amount of games too. I know a lot about certain games. So I mean, if I ever got the opportunity to do it, 100% taking it, man. 100%. Right up there.
Dingus, what about you?
Dingus.
What about me? Oh, all right. So first I want to actually hit GM. I
Set
think
your sight on Diamond first there, bud. Let's.
Just work your way up. Work your way up,
I
Dingus.
will throw like that one scrim. I swear.
Yeah, you genuinely threw. Okay, well, we'll talk about that later, but let's get to
That's for another time.
All right. Anyway, that's what I was saying. I think it's every Overwatch player's dream to go up there, Overwatch League, play on the stage. I kind of want. That seems nice. I would want to do that. Play contenders. Maybe try being a coach. This is the first game I actually played competitively. I only did every other game casually. Like I did play it with friends. I didn't really care about what rank or how I did in the competitive world. So this is the first for me, and I'm absolutely loving it.
Hmm.
Great, dude.
Alright.
I gotta answer Safi's question real quick here.
Oh,
Why
no.
Renzo Oshima? Because he is the best anime character, Blue Exorcist favorite anime, and Shima's the best character from that, my favorite anime character of all time. And I've had this picture of him be like my phone background and my profile picture for so many things. So.
Wait, that's your profile picture? I thought you were talking about League of Legends character.
No, what? What? Nah, Shima. That's the name of the character I
Renzo
have.
Shima. I've actually never seen that.
Seems I don't know about it.
Alright, so keeper questions coming, guys, and this one I actually have for Dingus. So, in case you guys don't know, Dingus is actually deaf. Like he's legally deaf. And I was just wondering how do you modify your settings in terms of sound, because Overwatch, especially Overwatch, is kind of a sound driven game.
Okay. So basically, with my hearing loss, I'm not all the way deaf, but I have a pretty severe hearing loss. The way my hearing works is I do not hear certain sounds, like certain sounds, but I do actually play with subtitles on, and surprisingly, I can sometimes hear footsteps that other people
Whoa.
can't hear. And it's really great for this game because this game is also very visual. You got to watch for the flank. You got to watch for the enemy ultimate to counter. Um, I had one pretty good moment with that. I was just playing Tracer casually. I just see this Tracer just starting to flank. She's looking at me, and I was like, I see you. You can't hide.
I may not hear you, but I can see you. You're right there.
Exactly.
There are
This may
times
not work, but these two suckers in my skull do way much more than I needed.
they
Deafness
can
is
really
not
yell at
fair.
you sometimes just so you listen.
Okay. Okay, dude.
Alright, so we got one from Camo. Thoughts on BlizzCon being canceled, and what do you think they'll do about the World Cup?
Alright, so I have never been to BlizzCon. I don't think I will anytime soon. Conventions are not really my theme, but I do feel bad for those that were looking towards the BlizzCon to show off those amazing cosplays. They do pretty dang good cosplays and see the new goodies that Blizzard put out for them. But with the current situation, I think it's probably a good idea. But to do that and for the World Cup, they'll probably do the same thing they did with Overwatch League, hold it online tournament. That's probably what I think is gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, I
That's what
think
we're
they're just
doing
gonna
right now.
Yeah, they're just gonna do it online. And the thing about BlizzCon is, I don't know. I think they were going to announce Overwatch 2 at BlizzCon, and they might still do it. But I think what they might do is they might just host like an event in game for a lot of their games instead of having like BlizzCon. Who knows? Who knows?
I definitely do think it's the better idea to keep it canceled for at least for right now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
And do what Counter Strike is doing? They're doing online tournaments, and it's going really smoothly. It's actually doing really well right now, despite having some network issues like here and there. But it's very rare. It's very very rare. But other than that, it's basically the same as if they're actually on stage and going against people, but it's actually more comfortable since they're in their own house on their own PCs and playing against people they know online. So
All right. Next one is from Matrix.
Oh.
He has it. Oh,
Yeah.
This is
Alright,
an
yeah.
easy question. We
Okay.
went from GOAT to 222 lock.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Top
Yeah.
people that were up there just suddenly dropped down because they got carried by goats.
Yeah,
no.
no. So, for the people who didn't see, does the meta ever drastically change all of a sudden? And if so, how do you deal with it? The answer is very much so. Yes, the meta can drastically change at a moment's notice. Like Dingus was saying, we went from goats, which was 3 tanks and 3 healers, to immediately then to them literally just saying, okay, you know what? What about Rollock? Now you can only play 2-2-2. How do you like that? So that was obviously a pretty drastic change. It's more just trying to figure out like what works for you. And the thing is that you can't really one trick a character in Overwatch if you want to play at a higher level, because eventually that character is not going to be meta. And like, like I play multiple people. I play most of the healers. Leaf can play most of the healers, even though he's an honor one trick. He can play most of the healers. It's very, you just gotta have a feel for how multiple characters go. That's basically how you just gotta do it.
Zenyatta, come back in the meta, please.
Please, Zenyatta, I miss you.
For
Come
meta,
back.
We need attention.
We
for
need
the meta
attention. dude.
recently, it was May. A lot of it was May, and then what other DPS? I don't even remember.
Cremation.
Yeah, it was,
May-
it was Cree, May, Ryan. Was it Zarya or Sigma?
Ryan, Zarya, Ryan Diva. Either
Yeah.
one.
So it was very death ball-y. It was very slow paced until you can get a pick or move forward or get in the position. Right now, it's a lot of Echo,
It's
Ash,
spam. It's just
Free-
spam.
yeah,
I
spam.
so much
major
prefer.
spam.
I so much prefer cremation over this. Like,
Really?
I never thought I'd say that, but dude, it's so to just have Junkrat, have Pharah, have Hanzo, Ash just constantly pounding you down
Yeah.
to 1 health, and then there's an Echo in your backline who clicks E and kills 5 people because they're all half health. Like, dude, it's
There's
so
also
annoying.
Ana, Ana chilling in the back as well, getting all the heals done.
Yeah, I know, right? I've
I
been
love
playing
these
so
more
much Ana
tactical
recently.
play. That's why I loved and miss goats. I know a lot of people don't agree with me on that. I miss goats. I liked goats until it got entirely to the point where it's stale.
Yeah.
But before that, it was really refreshing. If you want to see an amazing, goats game, go back to I believe season 1 or no, season 2, stage 1 or stage 2, the finals versus Vancouver or Shock, and tell me if that's not an interesting goats game. It was so just back
You
and
heard
forth.
it. You heard it here first, folks. A DPS player misses goats. You heard it here.
Uh,
To be honest,
And,
if we still had goats, that would be a big one.
It wasn't Goats started off as like a cheese strat to like begin with.
Yes.
Yeah, goats actually
like-
started
was-
off.
It was
There
a
was
team.
a team in
yeah.
contenders.
Wasn't it like
named
XQC
Goats.
as well? Like,
Yeah,
No.
XQC's team in contenders started.
no.
They were called goats,
yeah.
right?
I don't think no XQC joined later. It was Gator. Gator
Yeah,
was
it
the
was
main.
later, but like, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, XQC was on the team at some point.
But yeah, they started in contenders this team, right? Called goats, right?
Yeah.
And then it just spiraled out into literally being the biggest meta for so long. It was
Oh my
crazy.
God.
And
Right.
also, I remember
months.
there was another team, the best team. What was it? Help me out, guys. It was
Clockwork
like,
Vendetta.
yeah, Clockwork
Got you.
Vendetta, dude. If
Oh,
only that
Clockwork
had become
Vendetta.
meta, dude. With Torb,
May.
Mercy, Zenyatta a lot, Torb, May, Orisa, Hog, and they started the whole pull hook meta. That was really the only thing that took away goats for a little bit was pull hook, where Orisa pulls and then Hog just hooks that. I climbed to masters on PTR just brain dead playing Hog, dude. That was easy, but yeah, that was like the biggest. I know I missed that. They played Torian. They went from open division to contenders because they won open division playing that. By the way,
Yes.
so
Goats lasted what 7-8 months.
a long time. A long
Long.
time.
If you had a skin made after a meta, it's been around for. a
Yeah, they had.
Yeah.
Also, Camo. Thoughts on the Dragon Mercy skin? It's bad.
no.
It's bad. I play a lot
No.
of Mercy. They'll tell you I play a lot of Mercy recently. They make me play Mercy,
I-
especially with Echo in the meta. You gotta play Mercy for. The skin's bad. It's just bad.
I need to look this up. I haven't
I
seen
like
it.
the skin.
It's
I
bad.
like it. It's not bad. I think
No.
okay. I think the only thing they relatively did bad with was on her head with the dragon.
Ugh.
Color. The colors.
Um,
Artist
I
hideous.
I like the colors.
I would
uh,
prefer
I think to improve it, they could have changed the color scheme from green to like more of a bright reddish sort of.
So-
I think that might have been cooler, but also, no, I agree with you. I do
Mm.
over exaggerate a little bit. The skin itself is like, it's fine. It's bad in my opinion. It's whatever. The biggest thing though is the head.
They
That's the
definitely could have
reason
done
it's
better.
bad.
They definitely
the-
could have done better.
I
The head
saw
is
someone
not-
who made a custom one of it, or redid it, and it looks so much better. It had like red, different shades of red, not brown, but like a dark gray or different things. It just popped way much more. It looked much more natural, rather than just a green skin.
All right. We have time for maybe 2 more questions. So this is another one from Camo. If you guys weren't playing Overwatch, what games would you be playing competitively and why?
I would be playing Rainbow Six. I would be playing Rainbow Six.
Hmm.
Just Rainbow Six.
It's just like Overwatch, but it
No, it's
doesn't
not.
have that
No, it's not.
I actually joined the team through my father saw it on the news about, hey, there's a local team, and I originally wanted to join for Siege because I was starting to get into it on PC from when I played console, but then I knew Fathom from Overwatch, whatever.
Yeah, we
Uh,
actually knew each other way before the team. He was just
Yeah.
we're on each other's friend list, and then suddenly I see that he joins the server one day, and I'm like, "The Zealsynth?
Is that the real Zealsynth?
No,
yeah.
real one." I messaged him on Overwatch after not talking to him for months, and he's like, "Yeah, I joined that team. What of it?" And I'm like,
No, I messaged you.
Oh, you did message me. Yeah. Oh my
You told me you was a captain. But yeah, so I'm sorry to cut you off, Dingus. I apologize.
That's about a love story in Twilight.
God. Literally, dude.
Alright. Anyways, I don't really like the economy thing you have in CS:GO and Valorant because I'm bad at games. Easy. If I die, I don't get a kill. I can't buy a gun, and I'm at a disadvantage.
It took Dingus a whole 3 weeks to get the whole "don't run while you shoot" mechanic down in Valorant. And when I say that, I'm not exaggerating.
If I wasn't playing
Sadly,
Overwatch, probably CS or Valorant, even though I'm really bad. It's fun
Not
to
really
me.
bad.
I'm bronze 3.
Oh, you are? You just
Oh,
gotta,
no.
bro. I think you're better than me, and I'm like silver. I'm like silver 3. So you just gotta. I'd probably be playing League or something. Here's the thing: my favorite game ever was Paragon. Shout out to anyone who knows what Paragon was.
I've heard
that
of
game,
that.
I've
it
heard
was
of it.
the best
I've seen
freaking
gameplay.
MOBA ever. It was so good. It was so unique. It was amazing. The characters were awesome. The map was amazing before they reworked it. But like, it was such a good game. And it was made by Epic, right? But it literally doesn't exist anymore because Fortnite started making a lot of money, and instead of fully developing that game to also make money, they just said, scrap it, just delete it off people's computers, take the staff, move them to Fortnite. So now when you see like any good like fantasy skins for Fortnite, a lot of the nice like fantasy ones like that and stuff. A lot of the art is now coming from like Paragon or stuff like that, and they made the character. I don't know. So if that was still around, 100% Paragon, but otherwise probably like League or something.
All right.
That's nice, man.
Yeah, we go off on so many
Yeah,
tangents. I'm sorry.
Paragon,
good.
dude, Paragon.
Hey, whenever boosts that time, man. For real.
All right, guys,
Look,
we got
I like
time for
talking-
one more question.
Okay.
You guys can keep going if you want, but I'll just see the next question that I can find here. So, Paragon.
Paragon. It was so
I wish I could play. I wish I could get better at Siege, but unfortunately, a lot of I don't think I've announced it publicly on the podcast yet. But I'm banned from Siege.
You do, my guy.
You heard it here first, folks.
Listen. I didn't do anything bad. Relax, okay? I didn't cheat or anything. I've never cheated
Were
on
you
a game in my
toxic?
life. Besides, no, I wasn't. Besides Minecraft. But I was never toxic. I wasn't toxic. I never cheated. So there was this guy that was cheating on my team. And I solo queued into a ranked game. He was cheating on my team. The other team ported my entire team, and I was like, no big deal. I didn't know the guy. I'm not queued with him. Whatever. I get off the game. The next day, I get on, and it says I've been permanently banned for being boosted by a cheater, even though it's the first time I've ever played with that guy, and I didn't even know him. Wasn't on my friends list. Never played with him.
Bruh.
That's
Solo
a
queued into a game. So I can't play Siege anymore. But recently, I've heard that if I change the SATA ports for my hard drive and my SSD and I plug them into different ones and I buy a new account, I can actually play Siege again without being banned. So all I need is money for a new account because I don't have any money right
Can
now.
I say something just real fast about like a whole band thing? My
Yeah,
friend.
go ahead, and we got one more question.
Gotcha. It's just quick. My friend got banned for no reason. He's contacted Ubisoft support and everything. He's done whatever he could on
Mhm.
Twitter and emails and whatnot. His account got suspended and banned over a program, and he doesn't even know what he doesn't know what it was that even triggered Battle Eye to So
Same. My friend Loaded, he got banned for suspicious behavior, like permanently because he had like certain bat files to remove the activate Windows watermark on his computer, and they banned him for that permanently, and he got unbanned. Fortunately for him, but unfortunately for me, I contacted Ubisoft multiple times, and they still have not unbanned me. So yeah, that
Oof,
account's
dude.
All right.
gone forever.
So let's get into the last question really quick. So this is from Scrimsy. How did you guys join the Wichita Wolves? How did you guys come to find this wonderful org?
Me and Dingus have the same story. So we actually, a lot of the Overwatch team, me, Dingus, Birthday Ninja, and Presley or Leaf are main support and main tank, as well as me and Dingus. We're all competing in a local high school tournament for our teams. And what happened was we went there. It was the WSU Tech tournament, and there were 3 high schools there. There were 2 Maze teams, an Andover team, and an Andover Central team.
That's me.
Now, no shade towards Dingus or anyone from Central, but we rolled them. We rolled them hard. All right, listen here. But we all rolled Maze, and basically there was a lot of talent on both sides. And what happened was Asian Egg Roll, an old member of the admin team here, was there to scout people for the team, and he approached both Central and us about joining a meeting that was happening that weekend. And we joined, and the rest is basically history. Those who wanted to join the org and made it past the pickup game we had did, and those who are Knubs did Knub things and did not join. So, yeah,
Keep in mind how long we've been here. We were here when
that was
this
early
Overwatch.
October. That
We
was
were here
early
at
October.
Overwatch when we joined.
Yeah, we've been here for
Since
I
November.
wanna
at least.
no October. It was October.
October.
It was October. I specifically remember we were supposed to launch on October 19th, and I asked Scrimsy about it, and then we didn't.
I found it actually. So the story's the same basically, but how I managed to get there. I went to go play Smash Brothers at a cafe, and I met Asian there, and then I saw him again at the high school tournament, and yeah, whatever Adam said, you know.
And then whatever I said, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I joined the team from my father.
I don't think we heard about that one before, have we?
No, did
Oh
you see
man,
the?
totally not 3 times already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what I say. Honestly, I am the goldfish of the team. I will talk and talk, even if I've said it again. So
And there's nothing bad about that.
No,
Nothing
I've
bad.
got the mind of a rusty wooden lobster trap with broken clamps. Okay,
Same.
it's bad, but yeah. But so yeah, we just kind of come together. We've gone through the one role that we've had the most people go in and out of is tank. We've had like 2 different tank players before. We had Swaddle
Me.
at the very beginning. He was here,
Swaddle.
and then Swaddle Doddle. Remember him, Dingus?
I remember Swaddle Doddle.
Swaddle
didn't-
Doddle, the Swaddle Doddler. But he
Quiet.
had an extremely busy schedule, and we had to let him go because he just couldn't keep up with the practices and tournaments. And then afterwards, we got. Who did we get? Did we get Pat after?
Pat,
No, then we had Liam. Then we had
yeah, we've had
Retro.
Liam.
Retro.
And
Retro.
he,
Yeah.
we boosted him to Diamond, and then I don't know. We just decided to look for a different player because as much as I love Liam, as much as I love Retro Rocker,
Good
he
guy.
just was not quite up to par with what we could do. And then we put B-Day Ninja back onto main tank, and now we have Patrick as our off tank, and B-Day is our main tank. Leaf and I are the supports are the only one. We've never even had a sub for the support role. Okay, let me tell you, me and Leaf are
Alright.
overworked here. Okay.
I hate to cut you guys off, but we're actually running pretty low on time here. So thank you guys. You're good. You guys are good. Well, thank you guys again for coming to the Hunting with the Wolves podcast. Thank you to Dingus, Zeal, and Fathom for being guests on our show, and thank you, John, for co-hosting as well.
Yes, of course.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, no problem,
Appreciate it.
guys.
Thank you for having us.
And now I'll give you guys 15 seconds to give shout outs to whoever you'd like. So who would like to start off?
Go
Zio,
Fathom.
do the Twitch channel.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. I stream at Twitch. Yeah, you can see my name in Twitch chat. Thank you, Scrimsy, for yelling at me at events so I get better at May.
All right. Zeal, you're up.
I literally have no. I follow me on Instagram at Osuprem. That's pretty much the only social media I use these days.
Man, I would have written it
Yeah.
on the thing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I don't use Instagram at all. I just
Eh.
lurk on Reddit. That's all I do.
Hey, fair enough.
My man.
All right, Dingus, take us
All
home,
right.
buddy.
Yeah. Give me a follow on Twitch and Twitter at Dingus. That's 5 S's with an underscore at the end. My name got taken. So, anyways, go follow the Wichita Wolves as well on all the socials. You can see that in the nice Discord channel if you
Yeah.
join.
That.
Yeah.
And I do want to say thank you to some new followers as well. We got Koi Aoi, thank you for the follow. Lightning the Joke, thank you. Harmful with underscores in between every letter, thank you for the follow. And Visit Overwatch, thank you for the follow as well. Anyway, that will do it for us. Thank you guys again for coming on. See you guys next week, where we'll have some more guests in our organization and get to know us a little bit more. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys. See ya.
You guys, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.